Hey everyone, me again. Today I've got another favourites video for you. This is everything that I've been loving over July. So I feel like this one is going to be a little bit different just because we have had a heatwave in the UK for a really long time now. Anyway, it's hot, it's sticky, it's humid every single day, so the way that I'm doing my makeup is a little bit different to how I do it normally. I also haven't been trying a whole lot of new products either, just because whatever I do, my makeup is just not really sticking to my face at the moment, so a lot of the times I've not really been wearing very much of it. Also, I turned 28 this month. That happened. Being 28 is a little bit strange so far. It is mentally very similar to turning 22, except people keep asking me when I'm going to buy my own house and when I'm having children. And it's strange because I have to keep reminding them that I'm a freelancer and I live with my mum, and I currently am not anywhere near that stage of my life just yet, despite what my age would suggest. There's also this new impending sense of doom I have that wasn't there before, that if I don't kind of get my act together in the next couple of years, then my life is going to just become this complete failure. But apart from that, July has been absolutely great. Let me know how you've been enjoying the month in the comment section below. I'd love to have a chat to you down there. But anyway, without any more rambling on, let's talk through some stuff that I've been liking this month. So the first makeup product I have is first of all not drugstore, which I know is very rare on this channel. I like to talk about things that everyone can afford, but this is just genuinely what I've been reaching for a lot this month. Also, even more annoyingly, is that I'm pretty sure this particular product is discontinued. I don't think you can get it anymore. I've had a little look for it on the internet and I just cannot seem to find it. The good news is that it's very easy to dupe. You'll see what I mean. But this is the Stila eyeshadow palette. This is the In the Light palette, and it's just this really pretty selection of neutral, safe, easy to wear, everyday appropriate, but could be turned into a smoky eye nighttime look if necessary colour selection. So I wanted to show you this palette because the look in particular that I've really been loving over the last month or so is a kind of pink taupe-ish colour all over the lid and up into the crease, and I've also been loving wearing golds and champagnes on my lid as well. You can see today I'm just wearing this taupe colour all over and I've got some gold eyeliner on. That has been my favourite colour combination over the summer. It's really quick and easy to do, but at the same time it kind of looks very polished. So yeah, I've really been liking that look, and this palette has kind of been coming everywhere with me. I'm pretty sure you can't get it anymore, which is such a shame because I just think this is really, really pretty. However, I do have a little stash of palettes next to me from the drugstore that I think are incredibly similar that you might like if you like the look of that Stila palette. And the one that I think is the most similar is this one by I Heart Revolution. This is their Naked Chocolate palette, and it's definitely along the same wavelength, even though it's not an exact dupe. And apart from like the blue shade that's in the Stila palette, which I never wear, a lot of the shades in here are very similar. They're not the same, but they are similar, and you could definitely get a very, very similar look with this palette. So you've got that kind of, again, a nice pinkish, taupish matte here, and you've also got some golds as well. So yeah, I'm really sorry that the Stila palette is unavailable and that it's also quite a pricey-ish brand as well, but I just wanted this favourites video to be really honest, and I have been using it quite a lot this month. Maybe there are other closer kind of duplicate palettes out there that I just don't own, so I'll have a look on the internet, and if I see anything else that's an even better match of this, I will leave it in the description box for you and you can find it there. I have a couple of eyeshadow primers that I want to show you as well. So I've been using this one by e.l.f. quite a lot. I might have featured this in a video before or in a favourites video before. I can't quite remember. But this is just their sheer eyelid primer. This is £3. It's a very, very basic eye primer. But I've been reaching for this a lot because eye primers are really handy over the summer. Basically, I'm really sorry about my hair, it just gets so in the way at this time of year. Anyway, but basically I really like using this eye primer kind of where my makeup tends to break down. So I put it underneath my eyes and it just helps my concealer under my eyes not crease as much when I put that down. I put it on my top lip as well because like I'm getting quite sweaty there with all the humidity at the moment, and this just helps everything to stay in place. It doesn't like lock everything into place perfectly, because I don't think any makeup is completely humidity proof, but it helps to make things look a lot better than they would have done otherwise. I've also been loving the Revolution Glitter Glue as well. This is their glitter eyeshadow primer. Really been liking this. It's very, very cheap. I think this was about £4. If you're like me and you have hooded eyes, using a glitter eyelid primer can really help your eyeshadow stay a lot longer. So I'm a little bit extra. Sometimes I'll put down like the e.l.f. eye primer and I'll kind of set that into place and then do my matte crease colour, and then I'll put this down all over my mobile lid before I put my shimmer gold accent kind of colour on top. And of course I can use this for glitter as well if I want to. But yeah, this is really nice. I've been using this quite a lot to either make my eyeshadow kind of stay put a little bit longer, to make it a bit more vibrant if it's a shimmery colour, or just, you know, as a summer hack to kind of make everything stay put a little bit better. I really want to try a lot of the Revolution glitters as well, but if you saw my last haul video from beauty outlets, then you'll know that I really don't need to buy any glitter at the moment. I went a little bit sparkle happy during my shopping trip there. That's where I went on my birthday, so I went a little bit crazy. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of glitter in my collection and I can calm down now. I don't need any more. Another thing that I've been doing over the summer that I don't really do for the rest of the year is just wearing concealer on my face, and I've kind of been wearing concealer instead of foundation most days, just because I find that a lot of foundation is just kind of sliding away. It's just not staying put. Even my more matte, long-lasting formulas are just not staying put. And actually a lot of my foundations don't match me at the moment either. I would love to skip foundation and concealer entirely, but unfortunately I can't because I'm just not very happy with my skin. I have a lot of pigmentation and I am prone to spots as well because I have something called PCOS. If you don't know what that is, Google it. But one of the side effects is that I do unfortunately get a lot of spots. Not the end of the world, but anyway. One of the concealers that I've been using a lot is this one from Revolution. This is one of their Conceal and Correct concealers. I actually have the lighter, like, skin colour shades of this in the C1 and C2. I really, really love those. I do want to repurchase them, but I have quite a lot of concealers on the go. But this one is a little bit different from the others in my collection because it is a bright yellow colour. So this is the shade Banana, and I'm sure you're wondering, Alice, why do you have a bright yellow concealer? Do you want to look like a Simpson? No! I have this concealer because I saw someone on Pinterest say that a yellow concealer can sometimes be more flattering than a green concealer if you have a lot of redness. So I use green colour correctors all the time. They are a lifesaver if you have skin redness, but the thing with a green colour corrector is that you definitely have to go over the top of it with foundation, otherwise it looks really ashy and a bit weird. But with a Banana concealer, you can, if you're really, really careful, get away with just wearing this and then not having to worry as much about putting foundation necessarily on top of it to kind of make it more of a skin colour and a bit less ashy. So I really like it for that. It's been working really well just over my areas of redness, and I've been putting it on my spots as well. But anyway, just in case you can't tell by how long I've been talking about this product, it is something that I've really been enjoying. So while we're talking about concealers, there have actually been a couple of concealers that I've been reaching for over the warmer weather in particular. So the first one is this NYX concealer. This is in CW01 Porcelain. So this is something that I actually tried towards the end of last year, and I kind of ignored it after that because it is a little bit dark. Like when I swatch it on the back of my hand, it does still look a little bit too dark for me. But underneath my eyes, this is working beautifully. So like I was saying with the Banana concealer, there's quite a lot of contrast between my very, very pale skin and then the darker areas of discoloration, like the dark blue under my eyes, the dark pink and the red tones. So having a concealer that is too dark for me, it doesn't sound like it would work, but somehow it does. Like, it's actually a lot better at hiding the blue under my eyes, done that kind of triangle thing that everyone on YouTube does. And yeah, this has been working really nicely for that, and it does stay in place quite well. I've also really been enjoying the Primark My Perfect Colour Concealer as well. This is something that I fell in love with last year, but then because everyone else on YouTube fell in love with it as well, it was really hard to find it in stock. But finally, I think it was maybe a month or so ago, I did actually manage to track this down, and I picked up a couple of them. I have another one in my drawer that's still got the seal on it so that I can just have it as a backup. But these are cheap and cheerful. This is in the palest shade, which is called Porcelain as well. This is a little bit lighter than the NYX concealer, but it's still not like the palest concealer that I own, so it works really well over the summer. Because this is such like a nice creamy kind of formula, this has been working really well when I want to wear a concealer in place of foundation. So this is a super creamy, super blendable formula. It's really easy to slap it on, blend it in, and you're good to go. So I can go all over my face with something like this, and then use something that has a bit more coverage like the NYX concealer just in my problem areas, over blemishes, that kind of thing. That really works, and that really kind of helps me to even out my skin and just make things look a bit less red, but it doesn't move around the way that foundation does. I mean, all my makeup moves around in this weather, but it's definitely nowhere near as bad as when I'm wearing foundation. It lasts considerably better. And yeah, it doesn't like look as like makeup-y, if that's not the right word, but like, you know what I mean, like cakey. It doesn't look as heavy as it does when you're wearing foundation. So yeah, I've really been liking wearing concealers, in particular these two right here. I also have an eyebrow pencil that I really want to chat to you about because I have been loving this. This is the CYO Brow Sculpting Pencil. Mine looks absolutely battered, and that's because I use this every single day. So I bought this ages and ages ago, and I wanted to put it in a favourites video back in like May, I think, but I lost it on the day that I was going to film that video, so I couldn't include it. And then after that, I think I bought the Revolution Microblading Brow Pencil in the taupe shade, which is not taupe, it's way too warm. But anyway, I bought that and I did really like it, but that ran out after a couple of weeks. I've gone through a lot of brow pencils in my time, and that one I got through in no time at all. I know it's cheap, I know it's £4, but that's not the point. Like, I would have preferred it to last a little bit longer. And keep in mind, I don't wear makeup every day, so it lasted a few weeks and I wasn't even wearing it every single day. So if you wear makeup 7 days a week, then you'd probably get through it in a few days, probably, I don't know. But this CYO one, I've had this for a while, and it's still here. It's still here to tell the tale, and this shade is actually taupe. So that is actually a nice, cool toned taupe shade. Lovely. Oh dear, I dropped the lid. Now there is one small complaint I have, and that is the shape of the pencil itself. So it's quite a thick sort of triangle shape. It is very difficult to be precise like I could be with the Revolution microblading pencil. So that did take me a little while to get used to, but obviously I've had it for a while now and I have just got into the knack of using it. I can still do quite a reasonable job, and it has a spoolie on the end, which is what you need. Like seriously, I don't think I even look at brow pencils that don't have spoolies on them anymore because they're just useless. But yeah, I really like this, and it's only £4. I did also look at the CYO Life Proof foundation. I think I bought that last year. I know a few of you are curious to know what I think about it. Got to be honest, I hate it. I'm really trying to make it work, but yeah, I absolutely hate it. If you still want me to do a review on it, let me know, but it's going to be a really negative one. I'm just warning you in advance. Anyway, what else have I got in here? I've also got a clear brow gel. So with that CYO brow pencil, I've really been enjoying just having a nice clear brow gel. I really like clear mascara at the moment. I'm hesitant to show you this because it looks pretty minging, doesn't it? But this is by Miss Sporty, and this was the cheapest clear mascara that they had in Superdrug at the time of my visit, so that's why I bought it. But yeah, it's a clear mascara. It does what a clear mascara is supposed to do. It just kind of puts the brow hairs back where you want them when they get shuffled about a bit and just sets them in place. But it looks a lot more just natural than a tinted brow, and if I'm having a day where I'm just wearing a lot less makeup, then I do prefer to go in with something like this rather than having like very bold eyebrows and then subtle everything else. I just don't really like that. So yeah, really been into clear brow gel. What else have I liked? Ooh, you'll like this. So this next product is a mineral foundation, and this is very interesting because You might recognise this. This is something that I actually had last year. This is the Gosh Mineral Powder Foundation in 002. The shade is called Ivory. I had this last year and I decluttered it when I did my big declutter series on YouTube. I'm definitely thinking of doing another video along those lines. Maybe not like a full-on declutter like last time, but I definitely want to do some kind of makeup organization type video. I don't know when that'll be out because I haven't figured out how exactly I'm going to film it yet. Like, those kind of videos are a lot more difficult to film than when I'm just sat here talking to you about stuff. But I will figure it out and you'll see it eventually. But anyway, so this is the Gosh Mineral Powder Foundation, which I decluttered last year because it is too dark and also quite drying. But obviously, in the heat wave, that's exactly what you want. You know, I need something that's a bit darker than everything else in my collection, and I need something very drying. So I repurchased this because I remembered that when I used to work in John Lewis when I was at university, I worked in the camera department while I was doing a photography degree. That was like an 8 or a 10-hour day or something, and I would wear this, and this was the only foundation that kind of stayed in place during my entire shift. This was also something that I used to wear religiously every single summer because it was the only thing that just would not budge. That's why I picked this up again, and there's a good chance that I'm only going to wear this over the summer. It might only be my summer foundation, but that's absolutely fine because liquid foundation just isn't doing it for me right now, so I need this. But yeah, this one is just super quick, really easy. Anyone can use this, honestly. Another kind of makeup related product that I wanted to discuss is this makeup sponge. This is something that I got from eBay for £2.50. This is called the Teardrop Beauty Blender. You can just type in Teardrop Beauty Sponge, Teardrop Beauty Blender on the eBay search bar and a million of them will come up for £2 or £3. And yeah, they are really good. I love them. Like, I've never bought a full price beauty blender in my life and I really don't understand why you would. I don't see why you would spend that kind of money on a sponge. I know I'm a bit of a cheapskate in general when it comes to makeup and beauty and well, everything, if I'm honest. This is brilliant. It's super squishy, as you can see. Mine's still a little bit wet. It's just been kind of chilling out for a bit while I've been filming another video before this one. But yeah, it's a super squishy one. It expands quite nicely. It feels very pleasant putting it on your face. It's not too stiff. I'm trying to not sound like an innuendo, but it's just not happening. Anyway, I really like the sponge, and if you're too cheap to get a beauty blender, or even if you're too cheap to get the Real Techniques dupe, which I'll admit I kind of am, then you should try out this one from eBay. It's really nice. I can feel myself getting really sweaty at this point, so I'm going to try and whiz through. But the next thing is this perfume. Doesn't this look so pretty? This is the Daisy perfume, Oh So Fresh by Marc Jacobs. Daisy is like one of my favourite perfume scents ever, and my lovely boyfriend got... What? What do you want? Why are you talking to me? Go away. That was weird, sorry. As I was saying, my lovely boyfriend got me this for my birthday. I'm very grateful. But yeah, I've really been enjoying wearing this. It's a really nice perfume for this time of year because it's just quite sweet, it's quite light, and that is definitely my cup of tea. I'm not into like heavy, strong fragrances or anything like that. I much prefer something a bit more delicate, and this is absolutely perfect for that. Plus, look at the bottle, like, how can you not love this? And that is everything. Those are all of my favourites for July. Let me know in the comments what you guys have been loving as well, because I really love having a chat with you lot down there. Subscribe if you're new around here. I make new videos once or twice a week depending on how organised I am, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.